The hospital receptionist gave me one rule. If a patient calls from room 404, don't answer it. Because room 404 was demolished 10 years ago. I'm a traveling nurse. I take the shifts nobody else wants. The graveyard shift at St. Jude's paid triple. But as I signed the paperwork, the head nurse didn't look at my eyes. She looked at my throat. Room 404, she whispered. The light on the console will turn blue. If it does, walk away. Don't look at the monitor. Just walk away. At 1:12 a.m., the ward went silent. Not a normal silence. It was the kind of silence that feels like someone is holding their breath right behind your ear. I looked at the call console. A faint, flickering blue light began to pulse. Room 404. My hand shook as I reached for the ignore button. Just as my finger brushed the plastic, I heard it. A wet, dragging sound coming from the hallway. Scrape, scrape, scrape. I looked at the security monitor. The hallway was empty. But as I watched, my own reflection on the glass screen didn't move when I leaned back. It stayed leaned forward, staring at the empty hallway. Suddenly, the desk phone rang. Not the console. My personal cell. The caller ID was just a string of zeros. I answered. Help? A voice rasped. It sounded like someone speaking through a mouth full of gravel. The door is locked from the outside. It's getting cold in the walls. I decided to check the wing. I knew I shouldn't, but the scraping was getting louder. As I walked past room 402, the temperature plummeted. I could see my breath. I reached where room 404 should have been. There was only a solid brick wall, covered in faded, peeling wallpaper. But behind the bricks, someone was knocking. Knock, knock, knock. Slow, deliberate. I leaned my ear against the cold brick. Are you there? I whispered. The knocking stopped. Then, a voice came from inside my own pocket. My phone had recorded me without me touching it. It played back my own voice, but distorted. I'm right behind you. I spun around. Nothing. Just the long, flickering fluorescent lights of the corridor. I realized this was a prank. A hazing ritual for the new guy. The blue light, the demolished room, it was all a setup. I started laughing. The tension broke. I turned to walk back to the station. That's when I saw the floor. Wet, barefoot footprints were appearing on the linoleum. One by one. Moving toward me. But there was no one there. I ran. I didn't care about the job. I reached the elevator and slammed the lobby button. The doors closed. The elevator didn't go down. It went up. 4th floor. The doors opened. The hallway was gone. In its place was a room. Room 404. It wasn't demolished. It was waiting. In the center of the room was a single chair. Facing away from me, the figure sat there. It had elongated, spindly fingers that gripped the armrests so hard the wood was splintering. You answered, it whispered. The figure began to stand. Its joints didn't move like a human's. They snapped and popped like dry kindling. Turned around. It had no eyes, just 2 smooth patches of skin. But its mouth was stretched into an impossible ear-to-ear smile. It had too many teeth. Hundreds of them, needle-thin and yellowed, vibrating with a low, humming sound. I've been calling for 10 years, it said. It began to move toward me. Not walking, but gliding, its body twitching with every scrape I had heard earlier. I backed into the elevator, screaming, hitting the closed door button. The doors hissed shut just as those long, gray fingers brushed the metal. The elevator descended. I hit the lobby. I ran out into the night air, never looking back. I went home, locked every door, sat in the dark. My phone buzzed. A text message from the head nurse. Where did you go? We found you asleep at the desk. You've been out for hours. But you should know. The blue light is on. And you left your phone in room 404. I looked down at the phone in my hand. The screen was black. But in the reflection of the glass, I didn't see my own face. I saw a smile. With far too many teeth. What would you do if you realized the hand holding your phone wasn't yours? Don't look at your reflection.